make it to the top. We're gonna give it all we got. It's our time to shine. It's Sip and Speak the Tea with D&D.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
And all-
hello.
All you teasters out there,
Yes.
how y'all doing?
The tea sippers.
Yes. Welcome to Sip and Speak the Tea with D&D. I'm Denise.
And I'm Danette.
Coming to you from Milwaukee. What flavor tea we have today, Danette?
Well, today we just gonna do it the plain J way. We going straight with the regular black tea, y'all.
Okay. And you
Regular
can
black-
spruce it up however you want.
Right. You know, add
To your liking.
lemon, add milk, whatever you choose for your liking.
Ain't nothing like the original.
Right. Yep. And just as sweet as you would like to make it. So mine's is just right for me.
For me also.
Okay, let's
We
get into
suggest
this hot,
you-
hot tea, y'all.
Yes, we suggest you try it.
Please
Yeah.
do. Yep.
People, as you see on our thumbnail, so many secrets, the celebs and people have tried to hide, and it's coming and it's being exposed. So
Indeed. What
Yes,
they
it is.
say, whatever you do in the dark.
comes to the light, and it's coming, people. It's coming.
Isn't it though?
And
For real.
and I
It's
really-
brewing for real, y'all.
Yeah, and I really believe they didn't believe it was gonna ever come to the light. Not in their lifetime. 'cause
Right,
some
right.
of them even make people do those NDAs for 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that they don't think it's gonna come to light while they living. in their
Right.
lifetime.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
boy, so many things are getting discovered. What you call it, discovery. But first, we came across a video.
Uh-huh.
We can talk about Keefy D first.
No, we can. You want to go? We want to have a little fun with this.
Oh, yeah. Let's
The,
do this.
The video, it might be older people, but we gonna have a little fun with this video here, y'all.
And this is
We just had a child. We just had a child, and he started calling my baby ugly.
That is not what
my
I-
baby's only 1 year old. He's handsome, and he says that because the child does not look like his family lineage,
That is
my
not-
baby is ugly.
What happened? I mean, I imagine back to when I was a child, and on the counter at my family home, I see photos of my family going down generations, and I saw little me there, and I imagined one day that I would have my own child to have a picture with on that counter. So fast forward, and I'm now looking for a wife, and like every young man dreams, I'm sure it's like a lot of people dream. They imagine who their wife is going or their husband is going to look like, and I was imagining somebody that was tall, ambitious, mentally fit and capable, honest and attractive. I feel that I have received certain opportunities and gained a lot through my looks. I have to say, and I wanted my child to be raised in a similar fashion. So I was looking for.
You taking 10 minutes to say you wanted to have a baby that you thought was pretty,
I wanted to have a child. Yeah, I wanted to have the life that I thought of. Yes, Your Honor.
and the life you thought of was a life of what? A child that looked like you?
Yeah, I mean, a child that looked like they. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
y'all.
goodness.
And there's more to that. Y'all,
Yeah, it's mis-
yeah, need to check that out.
What happened was, and it's a question to ask y'all teachers out there. What happened was she had got plastic surgery done, and she never told him. And when they had started discussing having a child, he felt she should have told him because either the baby, somebody have more dominant genes. Either the baby gonna look like her or him or both. Right. And he thought she was beautiful, and he said, well, if the baby looks just like her, it would be beautiful, within his eyes. And she had plastic surgery, and he found out that she had plastic surgery and didn't tell him. And the baby came out looking just like what she used to look like. People.
Right. Well, it's a mixture of both of them, but it showed, the baby had definite, resemblance of her.
Yeah.
But
Dominant resemblance
was
of
of
her
her.
of what she used to look like.
Right.
And so he felt that he should have been told that she had got plastic surgery because that wasn't what she was, was the face she was born with. So people, do you think you need to be told if somebody your partner, wife, husband, your mate, do you feel you should be told that they had plastic surgery, especially when if there's a child finna be involved? What do you think, Danette?
What would I do? I don't know. Let me see. If I had plastic surgery, well, I probably would. I never even thought of having cause she actually, her face is different. Like
Yes,
she had
it's
plastic
totally,
surgery
it's
on her
totally
face.
different. I don't know.
So that's like extreme because she is different than the photo that he found of her.
Exactly.
Some
totally.
her original look,
And the baby came
her
out looking.
natural look.
Yeah, the baby came out looking like her old face, and he was shocked. So now the baby don't look like neither one of them. So
It
some
kinda
people
look like her. The baby kind of.
Well, he felt. I didn't think the baby
But-
looked like either one of them.
Either way, the baby was adorable and was
Yeah,
cute.
all babies are cute anyway.
Yeah,
But
that's not true.
I
but
said,
they're loving. No, hold on. Let me change that, people. Please don't get me wrong. Wait a minute. Don't get me wrong. All babies are a blessing, and they are
Yeah, they're
all
all a blessing.
adorable.
Yes,
they are
yes.
adorable, no matter how they look.
Yeah.
But they are adorable, and I'm gonna leave it like that.
And I was so we had some
That's
discussion.
true. Like for real.
We had some discussions on, and I felt it should be told because a lot of people have problems with plastic surgery. They want to have it over and over again. You don't want to get caught up in that. They get addicted to plastic surgeries, and you probably don't want to get it involved in a partner, a husband, or wife that wants to keep on getting plastic surgery, changing themselves. So something could be mentally wrong up there. So I would want to know for those reasons. But other people I talked to said the reason why they want to know because the baby could have came out looking like, she probably looking like SpongeBob or something before, and then the baby come out looking like that. So they want to know, their prediction of what their baby might look like. So people, what do you think? You think if your partner or significant other, husband or whatever, had plastic surgery, would you want to know? Or do you think that's your right to know?
Well, I would want him to tell me. I don't know so much if I would tell him, but I do want him to tell me.
Ain't that it?
I know that's not right. That's pretty foul, y'all. That's pretty foul. But I'm being truthful.
But he said,
I'm just being truthful.
but
I probably
but
would
the way
tell,
he said
maybe.
it.
I probably, maybe.
But the way he said it, Your Honor, I'm suing her because my baby's ugly. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
That
that's, and you talking about your own child.
Exactly.
Your own blood
and
child.
He act like he was a bag of chips himself. So no comment.
Right. But adorable,
okay.
baby. The baby
Okay.
is really adorable. Cute. Adorable and cute.
All right, y'all. Moving on. Okay, we're gonna let Deliano put the videos out there.
Yeah, post them on.
Excuse me.
The man charged in Tupac Shakur's murder is speaking out from behind bars for the first time. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis insists he was 300 miles away when the rapper was shot. Now he's pointing the finger at someone else. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky has this ABC News exclusive.
We ain't meant to survive 'cause it's a setup.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefe D. Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car Tupac was in the night he was shot. Wright has denied any involvement and has said it bothers me because I was in charge of possibly protecting this young man. And prosecutors say Davis incriminated himself in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, and in this on-camera interview.
You said the shots came from the back. Who shot Tupac?
To keep it for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat, bro.
Davis now says his previous admissions connected with the shooting were made under duress and for money, claiming he did not write his own memoir and was fed information by police.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have said nothing. And I'm innocent, man.
Prosecutors declined to respond directly to Davis's new claims. They say their case is strong and they expect a conviction. Tupac Shakur is one of the best-selling rap artists of all time, 75 million albums to date. Most of those sales posthumously, thanks in part to hit.
Well, people.
There you go. And we want to give shout out to those from these videos. That was ABC News.
Yes. And everything we say is alleged, and for entertainment and educational purposes only. And if you want to get involved with the conversation, we have a number that's finna scroll across the screen, 414-215-0729. You can get involved with the conversation, people.
And please feel free to also comment.
Yes, please. And like, share, and subscribe, people. And we want to give a shout out to the people who stood by us and, you know, from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Well, this process here, this unaliving with Tupac and Biggie has been going on for so many years.
Too long
and unsolved. But it's coming to light, and people they are starting to talk now. They starting to talk more than ever, and that's why I believe they're getting closer and closer to the corporates because people are talking now.
Yep.
Now,
getting ready to be exposed.
Allegedly, I have to say this. Now, allegedly, it's just sad. Most of the topics we're talking about today, the number one corporate is who?
Who you talking about?
Diddy. Allegedly. The number one corporate is him. It's crazy.
The mastermind.
The mastermind behind all of this stuff. Man, allegedly, Diddy had put a hit out on him for $1 million, Tupac. So, and Keefe D, and they try to put it on South Side. Well, Reggie Wright allegedly tried to put it on the South Side, and then they try to put it on Orlando and Keefe D because they had jumped Orlando and Vegas. But Keefe D saying that he saying he wasn't even in Vegas at the time, and he can prove it. And also, he was fed this information, people. Right. And you know what? I believe him.
I do too.
My opinion, I believe him. And he needed money, and they supposedly didn't even get paid. And the money went through another hand, and the person that got it ran off with the money. So they didn't even get paid. So I really believe Keefe D was fed this information by the police.
Well, I think the key to all of this, he's saying that he was 300 miles away from that area. So therefore, if that can be proven, then that's that. Then he should be set free. His name should get cleared.
And when he started talking, they said they was gonna give him immunity, and they didn't. So they arrested him. And I really believe that, you know, they set him up to in the forefront and fed him that information to keep stuff off of them. because they was getting closer and closer to the corporates, and they put him out there and fed him that information, and he was getting paid, so he got to talking,
Yeah.
from the information he was fed.
And it's all about money.
Money, money,
It's money
money.
behind it all.
Money, money, money. The root
Money
of all
talks.
evil.
Money talks. So
And even Suge Knight's talking, and he wasn't talking at first, but I guess he went up in front of the board, and he ain't getting, he might not be getting out. He thought he was getting out. He went before that board, and his appeal, and he got turned down allegedly. So he's talking now, and like we said, everybody's talking now. Ray J, Reggie White Jr., all this, and even shout out to Choke No Joke. He on Reggie Wright, but he's on his neck, and
very curious. I'm
yeah.
very curious to see the outcome
Yes.
of this, how this is going, if it's going to be a spin or who's going to actually end up taking the fall for this. If they're going to clear Keefe D,
I believe he's gonna get cleared, because I really believe it wasn't him. It wasn't him. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
And we all know who allegedly the corporate was in the first place. And then now Suge is even insinuating that Snoop Dogg may have had his hand in it a little bit, or he knew what was finna happen, because him and Tupac wasn't getting along at the time. And they saying that Reggie White Jr. was mad because he had got fired, and he didn't like Tupac. And Snoop Dogg and allegedly Tupac got into it, and
Right.
And Snoop knew what was finna happen. And Suge, if you shout out to Art of Dialogue, Suge explains what happened that night when they all used to be so close. Tupac, Suge, and Snoop Dogg. He said every night he would call his mom first, and then he would call Tupac and Snoop. And he said they were so close, and they would always go everywhere together, and they had ringside tickets. And when they had ringside tickets to places, they would always be together. And that particular night, Snoop didn't want to go, and he stayed back with Karuchi or some allegedly, and to watch the fight. And he had a walkie-talkie that he shouldn't have really had, because they only take them walkie-talkies if they're at an event and they needed security. And he said Snoop Dogg had this walkie-talkie with him, and he was actually hearing, and it was, it would tell all what was going on in the West Coast. And he knew, and he said that the guys that was with him heard the gunshots. The pow-pows. Ooh, let me forget that. There's certain words we can't say.
Right.
Heard the pow-pows, and allegedly heard Snoop say they got him. So
Right.
it's just a lot.
That sounds very suspicious, though.
Yes.
It's just so much suspicion.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's a lot of players in this.
It really
It's
is.
a lot.
It
So
is.
that's why this is so complicated, because so many people had their hands in this, people. And it all stemmed
Right.
from jealousy. Jealousy and money. Jealousy and money.
As they say, money is the root to all evil.
And
It bring out the worst in them.
and
what
their
people do.
yeah, and allegedly their companies they was working for allegedly was worth more unalive than alive.
Yeah.
So
I
I think
don't
we have a little bit about what Suge said about Snoop. Do we have that video?
Snoop, you said I'm mad because you bought Death Row. What you buy? Set me up. Show me where y'all paid the money to buy it. Show me how you and Mike, as y'all want to call it, a rat, own the company. Show me the paperwork. Show me what you own. Now, you were representing death row when you was on death row. I gave you your label. You had Doggy Style. And I gave you the money to start that label. Remember, you had an artist named Trey D. Trey D, you put out, never paid him. He shoot your house up. He killed the house. Well, he shot the house up. You take the video, take it to the DA. The DA looks at the video, arrests Trey D, who's on Doggy Style, and they tell him, either you're going to get life or you can take a deal for 10 years. Trey D went and took the deal for 10 years, said Assalamu alaikum, became Muslim, and did his time. Now, let's not remember, you was running Def Jam. Did you do anything good for Def Jam? Absolutely not. Now, you want to start something that have nothing to do with you. You're going backwards. You trying to create something that Suge Knight created.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
So y'all may want to go in and we want to shout out A Dizzle 073.
Yeah, A Dizzle, and check out Art of Dialogue. He's basically explaining, and let me take that name back. Corrupt. Allegedly, he was with Corrupt and Warren, watching the fight, and they heard Corrupt said he heard the pow, and he said they got him. And Warren wanted to go to Vegas, and he said, we ain't got to be around them ninjas, we ain't got to be around them ninjas so we won't get hit. So
right.
It was a lot of people that was in on this, that knew that this was finna take place.
Yeah. And none of them showed up.
Allegedly.
None of them went to the hospital. They didn't show up.
Yeah, and Snoop said he was the last person to see him in the hospital, but then Suge say he didn't go to the hospital.
Right.
So it's just a lot with that, people. So
it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, I believe they're getting down to the nitty gritty. People are talking now, so they're finna get down, and it's finna get revealed.
Right, as I say,
and
the truth.
The
will
truth
be revealed.
Will be revealed. It's getting the truth. Is getting exposed, and about time.
Yeah, definitely about time.
All right. Moving on. Okay. Kudos to Wendy Williams. Oh my goodness.
Wendy.
Can't tell me she's got frontal dementia, because you know what? Right. She using that brain. She using that brain.
And it just seems like to me she's getting a step closer and closer and closer to being free.
Yes, out of that conservatorship, people.
Out of that conservatorship. Exactly. And I'm just rooting for you, Wendy.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
We all rooting for you. Free Wendy. # Free Wendy. And she had a friend, what was her name? Gina. She was the president of Connect Care Advisory Group, and she's helping Wendy. And Wendy didn't want to, wait for their doctors and their lawyers, which was smart.
Very
smart. And Gina, what she did was she called she did two things. She written a letter to the Adult Protective Services and said that Wendy Williams was isolated and it needed to be investigated, and she also called the NYPD police.
Right, to pick her up.
Yep, and they came and got her. They saw probable cause, and they took her to the hospital, and she got to see a doctor. And she passed that cognitive test 10 out of 10.
Flying colors. Flying.
Yes, and hopefully she'll be able to use that use that doctor too. 'Cause
Right.
I hope they don't try to, stop her from using that doctor. Then, well, it just look all suspect anyway. And they said when she went to the hospital, she said allegedly that when she went to the hospital, the guardian Sabrina ran to the hospital people and never bothered to see Wendy. She went to the doctors.
Yeah, I wonder what she had to say. She trying to run some type of interference. She trying to run some type of interference.
Exactly.
And it's behind Wendy, behind her back.
Yeah, she didn't
Yeah.
even bother speaking to her. She went there to talk to the doctors. Yeah, she ran an interference, and who knows what she said? I wish I was on the fly. I wish I would have been a fly on the wall.
Right, exactly.
And then, but before Wendy pulled this move, they pulled this smart move. She had written, because people was putting out hashtag Free Wendy. Her lawyers put out a written statement saying that the media is putting out all kind of mistruths out there, this, that, and the other. But I'm not buying it, and we're not buying it. Because the judge and you have had problems before with this conservatorship things, and
Right.
with other people. You and this judge, and I believe they need to be investigated.
Yeah.
And I hope Wendy gets out of it, but that was a cold move. Wendy using that brain, you can't tell me she got a cognitive problem. She using that brain. And yeah, she using that brain. And back to what I was saying, check this out, people.
They tried to get her.
Yeah, they tried.
There was something behind that.
Now, just check this out, people. If you think back, remember P. Diddy and Wendy have had this beef because she was trying to out him a long time ago, right? This years long beef. Did you notice after P. Diddy came and sat on her couch and called himself and showing to the world he had squashed that beef with her, all hell broke loose after then? Did
Right
y'all notice
after.
that after he sat on that couch?
Yeah. And you know what? It's a look to me that P. Diddy, it's a look that he has. Devious. If you really look at him, like I noticed even like years ago with the Biggie and the Tupac thing, and they were sitting in on these interviews and stuff. And if they would say something that Diddy really didn't approve of,
Yeah.
he had this look.
Yes.
Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Go back and go
You
through
go
some of these,
watch
through
it.
these interviews. And
Watch
watch
it.
them.
With Justin Bieber.
And look how
when
he
was-
looked.
when
He had this look like, you better not. Like,
Exactly.
I'm going to get you.
Exactly. Just like with Justin Bieber,
got
when we was
that.
talking about that camp, and he said, "Oh, we don't talk about
Not
that."
that.
Justin Bieber, you could hear in his voice, he was so scared and frightened. You could see the look on Diddy's face. Even with Ellen DeGeneres, when he went on her shows a couple times, but that last time he went on his show, if you see that part with him and Twitch and her was doing that, she was asking him questions, and he didn't like the questions she asked, and he went and whispered to her, and then Twitch said, and all of a sudden Twitch went down. Maybe he knew too much. I'm telling you, people go back and look at some of these interviews.
You just got to really pay attention because it's signs. There are little signs there, that it speaks.
It speaks volumes, people.
Yeah,
like I said, that number one, it all stems to Diddy, allegedly, y'all. It's all stem, soon as he hit that couch with Wendy.
That's when change came. He moved Kevin right out the way.
Right out the way. Allegedly maybe paid him off. and said, well, you got Sabrina, you in love with her, allegedly. You know, move out the way so I can get her. And I believe,
Alleged,
though, but I believe strongly he has something to do. He put this conservatorship in place with these people.
Yeah.
I just believe he's the corporate behind all of this.
Right. I just feel that they were all in cahoots.
Yes.
And money was behind it all.
Exactly.
So, of course, money.
Not only money, revenge.
Yeah.
Because if you mess with them, most of the time, allegedly, people meet their demise.
Right. And let's be real, Wendy did not have a closed mouth.
Exactly.
We know that.
And just
we know that.
Look, just like what LB sure said, you know, anytime you say something against them, you most likely meet your demise.
Right. Is that you?
Yeah.
You're
Can
fine.
you turn that off? Thank you. Okay. Well, moving on. Jeanette, what
let's
you
move
have,
on.
Jeanette?
But Wendy, we're rooting for you.
We're rooting for you.
Yes. Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing it right.
Yes.
And thank God for your support and those who are working with you.
Yes.
Helping you fight your fight.
Yes. Yes.
So that's a blessing.
Yes.
Thank you, Gina.
Yes.
Especially Gina.
Especially Gina, yes. And TMZ. Shout out to
TMZ.
TMZ.
Right.
Because they doing their thing, too.
They are. They are.
And Breakfast Club. Charlamagne is helping out. He is helping out a little.
Yeah.
Shout out to Charlamagne, too, you know, for helping Wendy, too. So,
Right.
they'll put out a shout out
All
there, too.
those involved.
All those involved. Okay, is we going to go to Stephen?
Stephen, yeah, you can pull up the Stephen with Bronny.
Yeah, that
Bronny
courtside.
Braun.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside. Ari Emanuel, the head of William Morris Endeavor, one of the agents.
You know what happened, right? Allegedly, you know, ESPN told him, you better apologize in some kind of way, you know. That's what ESPN did, because shout out to Stephen A. Smith. He just signed a $100 million 5-year deal. Kudos to you, Stephen A. Smith. I done took some of it back too. But you know what? He was only saying what everybody else was scared to say. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, some people have. I seen on another TikTok, and shout out to that TikTok. I didn't see where that came from. I apologize for that, but shout out to that TikToker. But there were also other TikToks of him actually being upset of comments and stuff like from
he
fans.
ain't the only one they saying
and
little
stuff,
stuff
right.
behind it, you know. So LeBron was really out of order for even confronting him, because he ain't the only one saying it. But Stephen A. Smith just was bold enough to say it to the world that his son Bronny was only drafted because he's LeBron's son, because he's not the best player, the best of a player,
Right.
allegedly. So he was only saying what everybody else thinking, or saying little
You know,
sayings behind
in
his
whispers,
back.
yeah.
In whispers. And Stephen A. Smith had to man up, you know, because ESP, he just signed that $100 million for a 5-year deal. I apologize too.
Exactly. But he didn't do wrong by just speaking
He
what's
did.
true.
Yeah, he's only speaking
And
what
you
people
know,
scared to say.
Come on, LeBron. That one can't do nothing but help him to make his game stronger.
Yeah, to be a better How
ball
about this?
player. You know, he got to practice.
How about this? Won't you take him to the side and show him a little bit of something? Or
Yeah,
a
you
little
just
bit
got to
more.
get out there more with him and
Exactly,
practice. He just
exactly.
need to do more practicing.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. And I understand you being a parent, but you know your eyes ain't deceiving you. Okay.
Right. I mean, exactly. If anything, I think I would have went to my child like, man, you hear what they saying? We
right.
got to get out
Come
here.
on, let's
we
get
gotta
this
make your
game together.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got to get your game better, man.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what you do. You go back, you know, you go get him.
you have to
and
be
then
able to take the
you work
criticism.
with him.
You got to be able to take the
Teach him everything
criticism.
You know. Well, I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
might have took, you know, he just ain't you. I just, well, anyway.
Right.
No,
I mean,
but sharpen his game up. Help him, take him to the side and help him sharpen his game up.
Right. And you know, and especially I think if you are a ball player, it's one thing because even guys, when they have sons, and that's really why they want to have sons, because they think they can grow up and be this athlete. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to get them into basketball or
And
football.
we don't blame them because there's
You
big
know.
money in it.
Right. But you have, if your child is not meant for it,
But everybody
you have
ain't
to
built
accept
for
it.
that.
Right. You have to accept it. Your son may want to be in the ballet. You know, you
yeah.
don't know.
True.
You don't know what your son may want to grow up to be or do in
Or
his-
built for. Some
Yeah,
people
right.
just don't have it in them, you know.
Right. So you just have to accept that as what it is. And if he can't get any better than how he is now,
Right.
accept that. Just have to accept it. And
And
then if they
not
want to let
confront-
him go, you know, when that contract is up, then so be it. You know, and he can find
Some other kind of business
career.
To get into.
He can get into
Y'all got
another
the money.
career. You
Y'all
know,
got the
because he
money.
may have a passion for something else. So, you know, he may need to
Maybe
dig
his
into that.
passion's not in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he just want to do that because that's what he think. That's what his father he
wants.
wants to go in his father's footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and that happens too.
But if you're not meant for it, you're not meant for it, no matter what.
Yeah. So LeBron, man, have a seat. Don't be confronting everybody who say something about your child. You know, it's take the criticism. Just take it and let your son know, like, hey, is this what you want to do?
You can't beat the world up. Come on now. It is what it is.
Right. So, man, I hope they work that out. Bronny, I hope you get your game up.
Right.
You know,
Your
so
Bronny.
I'm rooting for you, though. And
we
whatever
root
you
for you.
decide to do, whatever you
Right.
decide to do,
Right.
we cheer you on. We
Right.
cheer you on.
Yeah.
So good.
All right.
Okay.
Moving on.
And people, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with Sip and Speak the Tea. And please comment or give us a call. 414-215-0729.
Did we say hi to Facebook and Instagram?
I don't think so. Hey, y'all. Give them the hello, hello, hello.
Right.
Okay, we keep hitting our microphones.
I'm
All that
sorry.
you been hitting. When you don't hit, I hit.
I'm sorry. I hope it ain't bad on their ears out there. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. So let's move on to the next. What we going with? Are we going to talk about the U.S.? Oh,
Yeah.
were you just going to pull something up?
Yep, I got you.
Oh, okay.
New at 6, the USDA cutting more than $1 billion in funding for food banks and schools. Now, the agency is slashing 2 programs that gives them money to buy from farmers. The move is part of the Trump administration's push to cut federal spending and downsize the federal workforce. But it also comes as food prices continue to skyrocket. Harvesters says it's causing problems for how much it can donate. This month, the nonprofit is teaming up with Topeka Turnaround Inc. and Topeka Bible Church for its food distribution.
We get to interact with every single car that comes through, and we hear some stories. And like today, with it being right on the brink of spring break, we're hearing grandparents saying how much they appreciate having help as they're going to watch kids over the next week. Some people are mentioning this, like the price of eggs, just everything. It is so helpful for them to be able to not have to make difficult choices about food or other important life needs.
The School Nutrition Association says the change would take free meals away from 12 million U.S. students.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Take away from 12 million U.S.
Citizens.
students, kids. Come on. Trump administration, what the hell are you doing?
The students.
What are you doing? People need to eat.
Yes.
You're hurting the economy. You're hurting American citizens, American families.
I just strongly believe in that. I hope we don't go through a famine because the immigrants are the ones who was picking those fruits and cleaning those stalls and all that. Jobs that we didn't want to do. Who's gonna do them? The farmers are already complaining.
Right. And they're saying, like, we know, okay, it's 50 states. 42 states, it will be impacted by this cut. Oh, no. Okay. I'll send that to voicemail. That's not a call for Sip and Speak. Okay. But, yeah, 42 states will be impacted from this cut. And in this, I mean, this is stopping food from going to the food banks. Is that? Oh, boy, we're blowing up now, huh?
Wow.
And none of them is coming to Sip and Speak to tea. What's wrong with y'all? Come on.
Right.
Come on. Bring the phone calls
Exactly.
here. Bring them here to us.
Right.
Not the personal calls, y'all. Just personal calls can wait. But okay, let's get back to it.
More
But
calls than I ever got down on the air.
sure again.
It's
Uh-oh.
It may be an emergency.
Yeah, it might be emergency.
Sorry about that, you guys. But let her look into that call because that may be an emergency call. So.
I'm on air, Tasha. Huh? You know? Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right. Well, thank God that was a non-emergency call.
Yes, I thought it. She knows on air. I'm just had to be emergency. Sorry, people.
Oh my goodness. But just going back to saying that this will affect, okay, so they're saying that the local, okay, so the LFS program, so it's going to affect the LFS program, will allocate approximately $660 million for schools and child care centers to purchase food from local farms And it also provides $500 million to the food banks. So now they're getting to the states to inform them that the agreements, all their agreements and stuff, will now be terminated following a 60-day notification period. So this changes everything, and it's going to pull the free meals away, as they said, from 12 million U.S. students. And I just don't understand how that they can do this and be okay with it.
Right.
I don't understand that for the life of me. I don't understand the Democrats that sit back. It just seems like everything is just getting passed, and I don't understand it. Where is the fight? Where are the voices?
Unreal.
Where?
I've never seen the Democrats lay down like this.
You know,
where's the fight in the Democrats?
Man, we don't need y'all to be acting like the pussycats. We need y'all to come out like the pit bulls. Where you at? We need some fighters out here, man. We need voices to be raised. We need to shout it out.
The only one I'm hearing voice is Jasmine.
Oh, yeah. Jasmine not playing. But she can't do it alone.
Exactly.
She can't do it alone. And, you know, Bernie Sanders, he been speaking out.
But they can't do it alone.
But it takes more. It's going to take a lot more.
Yes.
Than what's being shown and given. It's just going to take a lot more. And we need to get Elon Musk out. He needs to be on a spaceship and off to Mars. Period. Or get in one of your Teslas. Make a Tesla that can fly you and get you to Mars. Or to another planet. Just get to another planet.
Did you hear what out on the street what people are doing? People are actually getting rid of their emblems because the people are setting people Teslas on fire. They so mad at Elon.
Yeah.
They setting people Teslas on fire.
I mean, look at all the cuss and stuff. And this is due to him. He's making these decisions. And taking them, you know, I guess discussing them with Trump or whatever. But whatever he wants to do, Trump is allowing it. So, I mean, let's face it. We don't have just one president. We got about, 4 or 5? It's about 4 or 5 in the background.
I don't know. I'm Elon Musk's son.
What you say? He not the president. Yeah, he's not the president. But yeah, and then there's also where there was a cut, and this has been an ongoing problem as well too, like in LA and California. You know, where the homelessness is just growing rapidly.
Yes.
And now they're saying that there were more millions of dollars cut within their Section 8 program.
Ooh,
so they stopped.
What, in California?
In California, in LA. So they stopped accepting applications.
Wow.
So they are expecting a rise.
Of
more
course.
than what they have already.
Of course.
Of homelessness for these families. Come on, y'all. When can America get it together? I think I've been saying this in every show, damn near every show. How ass backwards America is. All the money to go into sports, all the money to go into stadiums. Where is the money to help the people who are in need? Shelters, keeping food for our children, for our American families, period. I don't understand it.
Obviously,
I
these
don't
stadiums
understand why. Why?
More important than food.
Why are
And shelter.
Yeah, and why I don't understand why these people, once again, I'm gonna say it, who can throw a damn ball into a net can get paid more, way more than the person who has to take and risk their life jumping into a fire to save another life. Make it make sense. Our police officers don't get paid much. Our teachers don't get paid much. Our firefighters. But then you can put all these millions and millions into somebody who can throw a damn ball. That irks me. I don't care what nobody say. You're all a sports fan. I'm a sports fan.
I am.
But damn. You should be paying them the same amount that you can pay a person who can throw a ball. They are saving lives. They are trying to protect and save. Why don't that? It just seems like y'all act like it just don't matter. But it does. So I'm just finna leave it at that.
Okay, people. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. People, come on. We trying to get in this algorithm. People.
Yes.
Don't forget, I wrote a book, The Untold Story, The One That Got Away. It's about me and me running into a serial strangler when I was out there on the street. And I wrote the book from my young, my adolescent age to my teenage until I got my adulthood. I wrote the book for the women that lost their lives. There were many women that lost their lives, and the children of the mothers that lost their lives, and for my children too, and myself. And the proceeds, if you purchase the book, the proceeds will go to Sip and Speak the Tea, right back to Sip and Speak the Tea, so we can bring you more and better content. So I hope you would support.
Please support. And it is a good read. It really is. So come on, people. Go out and get them books. They're out there. So you did say, right? At Barnes & Noble.
Oh, it's available at Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, all over. Walmart, all over.
Yeah. And I just want to go back into saying this right quick. That a couple of stories that we hadn't covered yet. And one was on, these are two teens. These are two separate incidents. Nikita Kaseup, who was a 17-year-old, and he was arrested in Kansas and charged here in Waukesha County in Wisconsin. Was stealing a car and gun. And a pow forgive me, pow from the home where his mother and stepfather were found unalive. Yes. So, he unalived his stepfather, the age of 51. His name is Donald Mayer, and his mom, 35-year-old Tatiana Kaseup. Unalived them both. But yes, he has been now arrested, found in Kansas City, and being charged here in Waukesha County. And then we had a 15-year-old here in Racine, Wisconsin, Reed Jelinski. And he's being charged as an adult after he planned to unalive both parents. That he was allegedly inspired by the documentary that he watched after having dinner. He watched the documentary, The Menendez Brothers. So he had got the idea to unalive his parents.
They trying to get out.
And he actually ended up unaliving his mom, but he didn't unalive the father because the father was at work, and then he was going to unalive him when he made it home from work, but he couldn't find a tool. I guess he was looking for
big
a
enough hammer.
Yes, a big enough hammer to commit that crime.
What's wrong with these teens taking their parents out?
They are wilding out here, and that is so scary.
Yes, it is.
Because it's happening more and more.
It's crazy. Look like they living a pretty good life.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're wanting for anything.
Anything. The nice homes.
Yes.
And everything. Like, you know, the 15-year-old said that he was a little depressed coming home from school, and he was depressed. But he took allegedly he took 9 anxiety meds that he had taken that night when he did this. And he said he had been taking these meds allegedly for about a month, you know, and it made him feel high, and he enjoyed it, and he liked the way it made him feel. So I guess that may have played a big part in it. I don't know. But I don't know. This mental health, y'all, it's just got to be some changes. Some changes all the way around has to be done. We have to save our children, you know, especially to save us. I hope none of my children ever start wanting to feel as if they want to do something to me. Lord, please. But it's something going on, y'all. It's something going on. Something going on. We have to wake up and wise up. Okay? And we have to unite. We have to come together, because there's so many changes in the, you know, what's happening with the government that's affecting our lives, that we will soon see. We will get hit. We will see these effects eventually. So we will feel them eventually. You know, so however, we need to come together. We need to unite. We need to fight our fight, protect,
and pay attention what's going on with this government.
We have to. We have to.
There's a lot of distractions, but we need to stay woke.
We do. Definitely. A change has to come. A positive change has to come. A positive change. So we got to find a way. We got to find a way to make it right, because there's going to be too much suffering. Too much. And now you hear about them even
now. Oh my goodness.
Right. And now they're talking about, as of April, to see like if there's going to be any changes or what they're trying to do with Social Security. Do you know how many millions of people depend? This is their main income.
Yeah,
that they live off of.
And the immigrants that they're sending back, even though, you know, they were working in these farm areas, they were pouring into our Social Security, and they couldn't get anything out of. We were benefiting off of that too.
Yeah, so I mean, it's scary. It's just downright scary, because there is nothing that Elon Musk, there's nothing that he wouldn't do to us. If it can benefit him and help him and those other billionaires to continue to grow,
yeah, it's about them.
That's what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen to us? You guys, you better think about it. Even you guys sitting out there with a couple $100,000 in your bank account, thinking like it's not gonna hurt you. Oh, honey, your hurt is coming. It's coming.
Okay, moving on. Do you, cheer us up. You got a motivation quote?
Oh, girl, let me find.
We need it.
Let me find something. Oh my goodness, because we need something. We need a little something. If I can work my phone, because I didn't have enough time to actually write anything out. Shame on me. Shame on me.
If
shame
you
on
don't,
me.
then that's okay. We'll do it next time.
Okay. Well, this is something that came up, and these is just from Michelle Obama.
Okay.
This is just some words from Michelle Obama. Instead of letting your hardships and failures discourage or exhaust you, Let them inspire you. Let them make you even hungrier to succeed. I'll read it again. Instead of letting your hardships and failures discourage or exhaust you, let them inspire you. Let them make you even hungrier to succeed. So you know how we get down.
I'm hungry.
Right. Especially with all the hardships in life. Because I know I suffered by many hardships.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so.
Life be life. And people.
Right. But we can't stay down. We have to fight the good fight, y'all. And keep pushing. Keep going. Keep moving.
Yes.
Okay? We got to get ahead, and we need to make a difference in this world, in our communities.
Yes, and hopefully me and Danette gets to do that. We
Definitely
grow and get bigger. We plan. That's our plan.
Yeah.
To make a difference in our community.
Yeah. It's a lot needed out here.
Yes.
A lot needed. A lot that is being overlooked. So, however we can make a difference, we need to do that.
Yes.
We need to do it, people. So please come together.
All right. Yes. So for the last time, people like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, that's it for our segment.
Yes. Please be a blessing so that you too shall be blessed.
Goodbye.
Thank you, guys.